And just close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Inhale deeply. And exhale just as deeply. And let the rhythm of your breath draw your attention deeper and deeper inside. And you just start to notice your physical body more and more. Everything becoming very relaxed, heavy, peaceful. And just start at your head. And just imagine a wonderful, comfortable, relaxing balm starting at the top of your head and flowing down over you, over your scalp, over your face, and just relaxing all the muscles in these areas as it touches. All the tiny muscles in your face that can hold so much tension are letting go and relaxing. Everything letting go. This wonderful, just relaxing feeling of pleasure, really, just moving down the back of your neck, bathing your throat, flowing into your shoulders. And your shoulders just let go of a weight you didn't even know you were carrying till now, when it just releases. It's such a relief. And relaxation just flows down the length of your arms, all the way to your hands. And you may notice your hands tingling or filling with warmth as the healing centers in your palms become activated. And this relaxing, healing balm just continues its way down the length of your body, over your chest, and down your back, and all through the internal organs in the core of your body. All the muscles in your back, those big muscles, just relaxed, just like you were on the massage table or stepping into a hot tub where everything just releases, relaxes, goes into comfort and pleasure. Your internal organs just finding a smooth and comfortable rhythm, coming into alignment with higher health and well-being. The muscles in your stomach, which can hold so much tension and defense, are relaxing and releasing. And this feeling moves all the way down into your hips, your butt, your whole pelvic area. Everything relaxing. And continuing to make its way into your legs, flowing into your thighs, healing and warm comforting, all the way down over your knees, lower legs, into your feet. And if your feet have connection to the floor, just really feel that connection strengthening, and imagine that the earth itself is sending you its strength and healing life force. If you're sitting cross-legged, imagine that life force moving up into you through the base of your spine, so that there's this wonderful, grounded, peaceful, heavy energy just flowing into you, leaving you feeling safe, comfortable, heavy, still. As you go into the heaviness, the stillness, the groundedness, feel that shift now into lightness, where you become so still that suddenly you are floating. You are light as a feather, light as divine light. And now you can imagine light coming from above. That wonderful peace that entered your head, flowing down into you as earth energy is flowing up into you. And this just sends you into just a wonderful, floating, free, open, relaxed mental state. Soft, accessible. And in this state, your whole sense of identity is starting to shift from the density of our physicality and the limitation of our ego and our personality and how we identify ourself. All that's starting to not disappear so much as expand, to include the bright, beautiful energy that is your true essence. And as we all make that shift from limited, small physical entities to energy and essence, we leave behind all the limitations of dense matter. And just bring this home, really see all the little cells that make up your physical body starting to fill with light as though they are the brightest little stars in the universe. And all the tiny particles that make up the cells, the molecules, the atoms, the subatomic particles, are also filling with light as tiny little, extraordinarily bright stars. And all of these tiny stars that make us up, we are starlight, are starting to spread out wider and wider beyond the boundary of our physical body, because we are so much more than this physical being. Further and further, and space fills the tiny particles in between. And we are becoming something more akin to an energy wave than a finite, discrete, separate being. We are becoming fluid, malleable, part of God itself. And in this fluid state, recognize that all things become so much easier to shift. Anything in your physical body that we have with our mind crystallized and made concrete formed into stone is now just fluid, is now no more stone-like than a cloud. So all the things that have felt dense and impenetrable and unchangeable, starting to become the illusions they are, and are much more available to reshape and reorganize into health. So just bring to mind the things in your life that have felt dark and dense, like hitting a wall, like beating your head against a stone wall, that nothing will shift, nothing will move. Just identify what those things are in your body and in your life circumstances and in your mental patterning. Just let your mind go there. Things will come to mind that are important. Don't strain your brain around it, but just see what comes up. The things that have seemed unchangeable, the things that have been your wall. And just see what it looks like. It might be dark, it might be solid. Maybe you've been struggling with it for a long time. Maybe it's come up recently. See what it is for you. And now just imagine that we are reshaping that wall into a cloud. So it may still look gray, may still be hard to see through, but we know it's not solid. So just hold that for a moment, put it aside, and recognize that you are not alone, that you are joined here by a handful of other beings of light who are so much more than their body and their thoughts and their personalities, their egos, that we are all spiritual beings who've come together at this quite auspicious time of year to perform miracles, to really tap the portal to the divine, where all things truly are possible. Because when we come together to do this work, really all things are possible. Anything, even that wall of yours that seemed so solid 5 minutes ago. So imagine that through the illusionary limits of space and even time, for those who might watch this as a recording later on, we can all choose to be together. And by doing so, amplify our power together. And here's how we do it. Simply from your heart, as authentically as you possibly can, imagine sending a transmission to all the other people here, those of us live, those of us who may watch this recording at another time. Send the transmission of, I am here for you. I may not know you, I may never know you or meet you, but I'm here for you. I love you. I want you to be well. I care about your highest good. And as you do this, see if you notice what you feel in your body. See if you notice where love starts in your body, and make that feeling bigger. Bigger and bigger, so that that love transmission coming from you joins with that of countless others, those of us here live and all those who may see this later. we join in love. And our joined loving intentions turn us into such a powerful network for healing and miracles. This is how that portal to the divine opens, where all things are possible. And imagine our love calls to us so many beings of love and light. You can give them whatever name you like. I call them angels and guardians and guides. You can call them Master Healer, Jesus, God, Goddess, your higher self. Truly, in my experience, God does not care what we call her. Him, it, they. God simply wants to be called. So call in God. Invite the divine to work on your behalf and on behalf of everyone here. Open your heart as big as you can get it to other people here, but also to yourself, and see the light of God now streaming through you. And know beyond a shadow of a doubt, in fact, you don't even have to believe this, just imagine how it would feel to believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that what has seemed difficult or impossible in the past will now come easily. Easily. Again, don't worry about whether you believe. Imagine. As we imagine, we create. Imagine what it feels like to believe that what has been difficult can now come easily. And picture us all forming a circle of light beings, with light streaming through each of us and beaming into the center, creating the center to be a particularly charged point of light and energy. And whenever you feel ready, you might want to form a clear intention or just go. Whenever you are ready, move into that center point where the light is brighter and receive deeply. Feel how loved you are by humans here who have just decided to love you just because we can, but also by so many beings of love and light who are always there with us, who are willing to come when we invite them, who won't overstep if we're not open. So in this moment, as you open yourself, feel yourself to be loved and completely worthy and deserving of that love as an innocent child of God. Because God sees us as innocent, even if we don't see ourselves that way, deserving of love just the way we are. So just see if you can imagine what that is like. Being loved without needing to earn it, not needing to try to be anything but who you are, so that walls and defenses and tension and fear fall away. Years of shame and guilt fall away. And when all of these are released, what's left is the most profound experience of joy and well-being and hopefulness. And these start to well up. A new sense that anything is possible, including any magnitude of healing. And your body is alight with this healing energy. And you feel a kind of peacefulness that is godly. It's not usual. It's peace at a higher octave. So even if you're not sure what that is, imagine what it might feel like to be so deeply peaceful. You are one with the angels, with God, with the universe. And in this moment, as you simply receive and allow, really open the floodgates even bigger, your own floodgates. Even if you don't quite know how to do that, just hold the intention. Just imagine your body just opening wide, saying, yes, God. Because so often in life we're taught to receive just a little trickle of what's there for us. Just a trickle. It's all we allow. It's all we feel safe with. It's all we think we deserve. But that's not the deeper truth. In this moment, open the floodgates. Say yes to God. Say yes to miracles. You don't need to decide if you believe or not. Just imagine what it would feel like if you absolutely knew miracles were happening for people here who are part of this circle. Miracles are happening all around the circle. And if you can have faith that that could happen for anybody here, then it can happen for you too. And imagining that miracles are happening, it's kind of like knowing that there's some wonderful present in the mail for you, or under the tree, or for your birthday. It's all wrapped up. It's beautiful. You know you're going to love what's in it, even though you don't know what that is. So you feel this incredible anticipation and excitement and gratitude in advance because you know you're going to love it. And simply bask in that state of grateful, joyful anticipation where you don't know what's going to happen or what's coming, but you know it's going to be great. Just hold that emotion for a bit. And as you simply allow yourself to receive, I am just going to do a little bit of healing work specifically on each one of you. And you might even notice when I come to you, you might feel a touch. I'm going to gently imagine touching each one of you. And as you notice that, you might imagine just a golden light rippling through you. Just let it. I always like to call upon Master Healer Jesus because he was so known for healing miracles and miracles of all kinds, whether you're Christian or not. You have to recognize he was a master metaphysician. And I've noticed that he comes when called. So I always invite him to guide my hands and send energy through me. But you may feel your own guides with you too. I open myself and invite everybody's important guides to just use me as a little channel to send to you. So just receive it, take it in. Notice what you feel. Just activate all the joy energy in your body, because that's a powerful vibrational state. See if you can notice your whole body tingling and alive in joy. And your energy seeming so much bigger than your physical body. You might even imagine all those little particles that have spread beyond your physical are now just reorganizing with a great deal of help from all of our helpers on the other side, those non-physical helpers. Because we've said yes, we've given permission, we've called, we've opened our hearts. We have all the ingredients for miracles. And don't put a name on your miracle, because God gives us often what our heart needs that we have not even learned how to name yet. So miracles often take very unusual forms. Don't limit what comes by putting it in a box. We don't know what's going to happen, but we know it's going to be great. And just let your heart now overflow with gratitude and love. Love for yourself. Start there. Love for God, who is always with us. Love for all the other people here who've been part of your healing team. And gently feel all those little particles of light that we've spread out so far. Feel them starting to come gently back into our physical frame. Nicely reorganized so that we are coming back together at a higher level of health and happiness and well-being. And as you're ready, just gently breathe yourself back into an awareness of the room around you. Just keep all the good feelings. Breathe. If you have any water nearby, I always suggest having a little sip of that after a big meditation. And then just take some deep breaths, maybe stretch a little bit, feel your feet planted on the ground, connected to all that good earth energy. And come back.